Some of my best memories of traveling and just having fun on tour came from Davis Cup for sure. We had really good camaraderie over the years, especially towards the end. Wearing the flag and having that honor, I think, I play doubles, but a lot of time playing singles too, especially growing up. And you're out there by yourself. It can be a very lonely sport. Having that extra support. If you're at home, you get that great crowd support, and when you're away, you feel that you're there in a big group, and you're looking to your bench more when you're in those difficult matches. What's special in that regard, you felt you're part of a team, and you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for your country. That's probably one of the reasons why I stayed on tour also longer, because I really enjoyed those moments. Beating Guga and Rio, they were #1 players, and then in doubles, a lot of those World Group matches that I played with Vasek were amazing. Even with Freddie Niemeyer, we played very well. You feel like, everyone's against you, and you come together and you find a way to win. And as a team, some of those wins, that we had on the way that the people probably don't remember, to get to the World Group for the first time and be a mainstay there, were special in South America and then Israel. And Vasek came through in a big way, and then Milos when we're in the big group, in the World Group. And so it was amazing to be part of it, and just to grow, because it was probably 20-25 years of playing Davis Cup, and only the last 5-10 were in the World Group consistently. So it was kind of like the patience being rewarded. The conditions do favor us. Braden, probably, I would imagine might play that second singles, and he's shown that he can play very well indoors in fast conditions. He was there last time, so he knows what to expect. And then Peter has always been very solid in these moments too, and he's a very consistent player. So I guess that's how it is, right? The best teams, man goes down, you got the next one coming in, and you have to be able to persevere. And Vasek did that the last time, because Milos and Felix weren't healthy, and he played unbelievable. And now he's the anchor. He's pretty much been the anchor for many years because of his singles and doubles success. And so now he's got to do it again. And from the low points in the qualifyings in South America to playing in this new format, which the whole tennis world is watching, all the best players, best countries in one stadium. And so it was great to be part of that. And I thought obviously we performed amazing. Vasek and Dennis were playing their best, and they carried the team to the finals. And unfortunately it was tough opposition in the final against Spain, but it's definitely one of the greatest performances that we've had as a country, for sure.